This is all really suspicious.
What is?
Congressman Tsujima and the Kumakuras. There's definitely something going on there.
I agree. But I am not sure it is linked to the new Cyclops serial killings. We need to do further investigation.
Oh, I was in the passenger seat now. Okay. Who are you? Roll like a lion, scream like a little girl, warn carefully.
Who are you? Impossible. How did a jellyfish get in here? So shiny, too.
You utter idiot. It's me.
Renju?
Do I look like Renju?
Izuki?
It's me.
Boss?
Date, seriously.
Then, are you Mom?
Idiot. We must have increased your dosage too much.
My dosage? Anyway, you're Aiba, right?
This is a really bad joke. that was a terrible joke.
Why are you here? Looking like that?
I just thought I would project myself. You seem lonely.
How are you doing this?
I am overlaying the image your left eye processes with augmented reality. You can't see me through your right eye, only your left.
You can't just pop into my eyeball without permission.
You do realize I do that all the time, right?
Yeah. I guess it's kind of like a thing. Your parents.
Come to think of it, you look kind of like you do when you're in Somnium. What's that about?
What do you mean?
Well, you don't usually look like that. You have a Somnium form and another form.
Oh, this?
Yes, that. Why are you doing this now?
I was bored last night, so
Huh?
I thought you would like it.
Why would I like it?
Well, I did attempt to shape myself to your preference.
If you could do that, change it.
I will not,
Why not?
because I won't.
Why not? Come on, change it. Get used to this look.
I fear you would eventually grow tired of the other form as well. I just wanted to change my look a little. Think of it as a haircut.
Pretty drastic haircut.
Body cut. How is so related to the Kumakuras?
I looked into that. Unfortunately, I did not find anything in our database that could connect the two.
I see.
However, I did discover some rumors on the internet. Most of them come across as gossip or conspiracy theories. But would you like to hear them regardless?
Sure.
Please.
Message my friend a second ago.
Mr. Tsujima currently resides in Azabu. He lives in a mansion, a restored samurai castle. But 20 years ago, So Tsujima lived elsewhere. In the Kawasaki district, to be exact. He lived there until he was 40 years old. The Tsujima family owned a vast amount of real estate in the district. Adjusting for inflation, the land was valued above 30 billion yen.
What am I doing? Yeah. Better than I was yesterday. The stream yesterday. A bit of a turn. But, yeah. Doing alright, I guess, you know. Got games night with my friends, which I'm looking forward to, and, yeah. I don't really. Going out on the weekend with my friend and this girl that he's seeing, and she's bringing out a friend for me to meet, so that'll be interesting. We're being the two single friends trotted out, apparently.
The Tsujima family sold off its holdings. 6 months later, the incident occurred.
Should be fun. I guess.
The explosion at the chemical plant.
This caused Kawasaki to become a restricted area. And of course, land prices fell drastically to less than 1/30th their original value. What are your thoughts?
The timing is certainly suspicious. to sell that amount of land just 6 months before it happened.
There is another interesting fact. After the accident, Sosajima purchased all of the land back for just 1 billion yen.
So he's got 29 billion yen in his pocket and 1 billion yen of land.
Correct. Despite the horrific accident, the Sajima family is no worse off.
True.
Interesting.
But I don't see the point of it. It's not like you got anything out of it.
That would be true, but there is more to this story. There is another important fact. After the land prices in the Kawasaki region crashed...
Oh, got a phone call.
We will have to continue this conversation later. I am receiving a call from headquarters.
Is this Special Agent Date from Abyss? My name is Akaska, from HQ. I'm investigating the Shoko Nadami case. There's something that you need to hear.
What is it?
We got a phone call earlier from a prisoner at Fuchu Prison.
A prisoner?
We saved the call. I think you should give it a listen. Who is this?
In here, I'm known as number 89.
What is this call concerning?
I know who killed Shoko Nadami. And if you let me out of here, I will tell you who it is. I suppose you might say I'm looking for a plea bargain.
Is that a plea? It's like a blackmail? Wait, that's illegal? What's illegal?
He will kill again, you know. And he'll take their eye while they're still alive. There will be more bodies. If you want to stop this serial killer, I suggest you take my offer. I'll be seeing you.
This has to be a prank.
That's what I thought too. However, we got the call yesterday afternoon, before Renji was killed. In other words...
You're saying he predicted the second crime?
Yeah, I think he did. That's why I thought I should contact you.
Good idea. Thanks, Detective.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Do you think there's anything to this?
I don't know.
Maybe. Little bit. Tiny bit. Half a nugget of gold, maybe?
Oh, Date.
It's Banjo. I haven't seen Banjo much today.
What's wrong? You look like you have a lot on your mind.
Yeah. I just found out online. The corpse at Bloom Park. That was Renju's ex-wife, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So that was Mizuki's mom.
Now you find out.
Mizuki saw her own mom. And I just left her. But I didn't know. I knew her as Shoko Nadami. Her last name is different.
I mean, regardless, you still ran off and left with a corpse, so...
I didn't know that was Mizuki's mother. I want to apologize to her. I need to tell her that I'm sorry.
Oh, the receptionist is back. Oh boy. You're cute, right? If I get this hit on it.
You get asked out a lot, don't you? I don't know why you're sitting here behind a desk. You should be an idol.
Oh, thank you.
Oh god, I regret it instantly. I forgot how she talks.
But despite my looks, I am a bit too old to be an idol.
Oh my god, I'm like 26. That's like ancient.
I couldn't get into it now.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I turned 36 this year.
What? You're kidding.
What?
Fuck off. Fuck off.
Hey now, that's awfully aggressive.
What? You were like hyper aggressive.
You're an alpha type, aren't you?
Oh no, are you into that, man?
I kind of like that.
And I kind of like you.
Oh, but there is one little thing you should know about me.
I have like 2 husbands.
I'm a reptilian.
Sorry?
Is that going to be a problem?
What?
What's a reptilian?
A reptilian humanoid alien. They are said to be shapeshifters that take on human form.
What?
Yeah, that is definitely gonna be a problem.
Oh, too bad.
I guess we'll just skim over that in game. I guess I get, yeah. Okay, yeah, sure. All right. Yeah, sure, whatever. Yep.
She's recording a podcast right now. Looking at her schedule, it should end soon.
I can't tell if that was like if that was just like a weird joke, or if like she's actually thinks he's a reptilian, or like what?
No problem. After all, it means we get to see each other again.
I'm glad.
Otis' face is hilarious.
Nowhere. Just doing my normal routine.
I don't know your normal routine.
I went to a Dojin store to look at the new releases, then I ate some ramen at Jiro's, and then headed over to the PC cafe to browse threads. You know, normal.
Yep.
If that's normal, I haven't had a normal day in my life.
About Renji's case.
I don't know anything. I've only seen Renju a couple of times.
I didn't think it was possible to be this bad at lying.
Though it is plainly obvious, I did a thermal check on Ota's body. This is his current body temperature.
That's what I thought. Have you forgotten, Ota? You're my thrall. You don't want me to tell Iris your secret, do you?
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Honestly, with this game, I don't think it is Cuba. I think it's just a really bizarre offhand joke. It's kind of what these games do. It's kind of like Spike. It's kind of like Chunsoft's thing. They'll just throw some like really offhand weird jokes in, and then they'll never bring it up again. I guess that might have been some kind of like she's a conspiracy nut kind of thing. Like, I don't know. It's just like a weird. Yeah, she's like, this said to be. I don't know. That was just a very bizarre exchange, to be honest with you. At some point, she takes her skin off and she's a lizard, then I'll be like, oh, I guess it was real. Which again would be extremely weird. This game will have completely lost the plot at that point, but.
Wait, it's no big deal. I just.
You better start talking.
Okay.
About Renji's case.
Last night, I was walking over to Sunfish Pocket, and I saw Renju come out of the building.
Was he alone? Someone was with him. A man. No.
A lizard.
A woman.
Why didn't you just keep the thermal thing up? instead of taking it down every time.
Okay, look. I can tell you're trying to protect her, but you have to help me out here. Was it Iris?
No, it definitely for sure wasn't Tessa.
Got it. So Renji was with Iris.
Oh no. Is he dating the Talon?
Okay, fine. There's no point in hiding it, I guess. You're right. Renju came out of the building with Tessa. Tessa has nothing to do with this!
Yeah, can we thermal scan the receptionist? To find out she's a lizard.
She wouldn't murder anyone. She wouldn't hurt a fly. She's an idol. Idols don't kill people.
You need to stop putting her on a pedestal.
I've never heard of the Raido Kuzeno series, no. Oh, Devil Summoner. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've heard of Devil Summoner.
Tessa is a savior to me. The Tessa I know wouldn't hurt anyone.
Yeah, no, I know. I recently watched a 5-hour-long video while I was doing something that was all about the Shin Megami Tensei series and all of its spin-offs. Don't know why, just something to distract me. I'm like weirdly familiar with the Shin Megami Tensei series at the moment.
The first time I met her, I had a bad case of writer's block. And I saw all this awful negativity online and...
Yeah, no, I didn't really see anything there I'd enjoy, to be honest with you. The Devil Summoner thing looked just a bit dated, to be honest with you. Like, the combat looked a bit dull. But,
I lost sight of what I really wanted to write. And it was the lowest point of my life.
He is talking like a professional, though he hasn't published anything.
Yeah.
Then, by pure chance, I found a video of Tessa singing and dancing.
yeah, no, I know enough about it to know that it's not really something I want to play.
And it made me realize something important. You don't have to care what people think, you know?
That's true. You don't have to. It doesn't stop you caring. You don't have to care what people think. That doesn't stop your brain doing it.
If you do your best at what you believe in, your message will get through to people. That attitude is something all great creators need to have.
It sounds like you want me to dive into the Fate lore, Gran.
After that, I became a huge A-Set fan and got over my writer's block.
I've only ever watched one of the Fate series. I can't remember which one it was. Which one was it? Let me double check. Hang on a minute. I gotta check. Gots to check. I think it was Stay Night. Yeah, I think it was Stay Night. Yeah, I think it was. I remember being like, that was fun.
And I know I'm not the only one Tessa has inspired.
Fate Great Kids Meal.
A lot of otaku like me say that Tessa is their savior. She cheers them up when they're down.
I just love that Oto's wearing a top that says geek on it so we can easily identify what he is.
So there's no way Tessa can be involved in murder. Absolutely impossible.
Okay. And Cyrus is the murderer.
But do you suspect her?
No.
I need to hear her side of the story. If I do, I might find out she's totally innocent. If you truly believe that she didn't do it, you should tell me everything you know.
But...
Do it for Iris.
What time did they leave the building?
around 6:15, I guess.
Where did they go?
I didn't see. They got into Renju's car and drove off.
And what did you do?
I went inside Sunfish Pocket, but I saw a sign that said the entire club was reserved. I figured I would just go home.
What happened?
Ah.
Date.
Iris, there's something I need to ask you. Come with me. Iris, I'm going to ask you some questions.
We don't even know the receptionist's name, though.
Please answer honestly. However, you do not have to say anything that might incriminate you.
Also, can you, like, take off the cat ears? It's ridiculous.
The right to remain silent. You're treating me like a criminal.
Not exactly. I'm just looking for the truth.
Oh, do we get a file on the receptionist? Yeah, we do. Can't believe she must be 36. That's outrageous. Profession, Lemniscate receptionist. Likes yellow-spotted river turtles. Dislikes men that act like ballers but are really scrubs. Hobbies, gambling and partying. Skills, anti-aging techniques. She's a Lemniscate receptionist. She likes men that are real bros and can vibe with them from the jump. Lately, her shoulders have been stiffening up on her. That's good to know. What about Yakuza B? 42. Dokuta Yagono. Wait, did we actually get her name? Oh, there we go. We actually do get a name. Ritsuku Enshu. Oh, shit. I didn't even know. See, I didn't even look at her name then. Kumakara gang member. Likes dominatrixes. Dislikes domestic violence. Hobbies, dissection. Skills, suturing. Perhaps due to the way he looks, he's often mistaken for a low-ranking member, even though he is toward the top. He typically does office work. He's recently fallen in love and lost a lot of weight. Oh, okay. Good for him. Chimpei Wagai, 24. Likes ass. Okay. Erotic novels and his boss. Dislikes police, his big brother, animal cruelty. Hobbies, training dogs. Skills, won a dog training contest. He's the lowest ranking member of the DK crew, of the Kumakaras. He once had dreams of pursuing the top spot in the gang, but has since decided that he would rather focus on training his favorite dog. 89, unknown. Male, early 40s, unknown. Unknown. We don't know anything about this boy. So Seijima, 60. Congressman, likes authority, fame, and assets. Dislikes anything that threatens the above. Hobbies, mahjong, golf, nishiki carp breeding. Skills, grasping people's weaknesses, applying pressure, and making them obey. So is a member of the post-war generation. He grew up poor, which gave him two things. His motivation for seeking power and wealth, and his vindictiveness towards the upper class. Moma, 848. Kumakara boss. Humanity and he likes humanity and justice, chivalry, Gandhi, pandas, and women. Just love Gandhi, man. Just big old Gandhi boy. Love that Gandhi candy. Dislikes old-fashioned and irrational traditions. Hobbies: watching, dance, collecting art, hot spring vacations, sorry. Skills: shooting, magic tricks, and beatboxing. Momo became the leader of the Kumakara Yakuza gang after his predecessor stepped down several years ago. In the past, the Kumakaras were known for being ruthless and violent, but Momo hopes to make the group more peaceful and business-minded. Rohan. Previous Kumakara boss, loves guns, drugs, money, women, and power. Dislikes betrayal, rival gangs, and cops. Hobbies: politics, investment fraud, organ trading, and land speculation. Can you imagine putting that on a dating profile? What are your hobbies? I love politics, big time investment fraud lover. I really enjoy organ trading, and I love land speculation. My skills include torture. Organ trading? Rohan used to be the leader of the... to be honest, that would be quite tame considering seeing what I've seen on some like Tinder profiles. Rohan used to be the leader of Kumakara gang. 1 year ago, he committed suicide by jumping from the roof of a building. He was known for his horrific torture technique of peeling his victim's skin from toe to thigh. Ugh. That's really gross. Evolver. Exciting, voltaic, versatile handgun. Dante's weapon. I keep saying Dante. Can fire a number of different kinds of bullets, such as explosive, flame, spherical, and wire rounds using electromagnetic force. Puta invented it at the request of Aiba and Date. Sec, slang for second. Usually not literally a second. If I told my boss that the script would be ready in a sec, I would get scolded. It'll be ready in a sec. Emo, stirring the emotions, often negative or sad. Emoing, to express emotions, feeling and acting according to that emotion. Emoing, wouldn't that be emoting? Emoing. Even though it may seem contradictory, when Date said he would cry tears of joy, this is an example of emoing. Yes, I made this word up, so don't say stuff like emoing isn't a word. Damn it, got called out. Someone's... I love the writer for this. Just like, yeah, fuck, I made it. Fuck you. Otis said that Tessa is his savior. Maybe some people reacted to this line by thinking, what? Isn't that a little extreme? Iris doesn't save the world or anything, and she's not a Samaritan. But to people who are in trouble, people who are in a bad place in life, someone like Iris can be a savior. And that's what matters. Juro, a kind of ramen. This broth is heavy with pork fat, then piled high with thick cut noodles, cabbage, meat, and whatever else the customer desires. Ota eats Juro ramen at Juro's. Sometimes called net cafes or PC cafes. Originally, they were simply cafes that featured internet-connected computers, but modern Japanese internet cafes also feature private booths. Many feature manga, magazines, and waitresses, similar to a manga cafe. The booths are typically 10 by 10 feet and walled in by tall partitions. Booths sometimes have a reclining chair and matted floors, perfect for reading manga, browsing the internet, napping, or watching videos. Wee Party. In Japan, a youth subculture known as Parapi, a portmanteau of party people, typically describe young men and women who frequent dance clubs and parties. The Parapi subculture also features its own distinguishing slang. Interesting. I cannot even. A slang phrase that intentionally excludes the verb, usually used to express bewilderment or stress. Alright. Thank you for explaining that. I love how many things are explained in this. Some things that just don't seem necessary to explain. You're like, ah, sure, I'll take that. Seems fun. What's the flowchart looking? Interesting. Curious what's this? I'm curious. Like the split there must be like that choice you make at the end. Before we continue, I'm going to real quickly grab a drink, and then we'll carry on. Apparently the joke is that the receptionist confused the words reptilian and vegetarian. Really? Man, that did not translate well at all. Still a problem. Nah, it's fine. Break over. Alright. Alright, so we're interviewing... What's her face?
And I would appreciate your cooperation.
Hey, walking taco. Pipe. There are pipes on the wall. Oh, I can see myself. Two-way mirror. There's a small room on the other side of the mirror, but you can't see it from here. Surveillance camera.
This is the camera used to record the interrogation. Images captured by this camera are sent to the database in real time. It is later saved permanently on our servers. You can remotely control it as well.
Really? Alright. Is Oda's story true?
Here's what Ota told me. Yesterday around 6:15 p.m., you and Renji came out of the Sunfish Pocket building. Is that true?
Yes? Mr. Okiura called me and told me he wanted me to come to Sunfish Pocket. ASAP.
Around what time was that?
5 p.m., I think. I got ready, then headed over there. I guess I got there about an hour later.
Date, I checked her call history. At 4:58 p.m., there is a record of a call to Iris from Renju's phone.
What were you doing with Renji?
What were you doing with Renju?
He asked me about a job.
What kind of job?
He rented out Sunfish Pocket for a party and he wanted me to MC.
Yakuza thing, possibly?
He said that it was an important party and that a lot of big shots were gonna be there.
Possibly a Yakuza thing.
But the girl he asked to do it originally got sick and couldn't come. But I turned him down.
Why?
Because I'm just an internet idol. I've never done any MCing before.
And by like MC now, you mean like, is it like hitting the DJ decks? On MC on the mic?
Especially with important people being there.
Why did you have to turn him down?
What did you do after you turned him down?
I left with Mr. Okiura at 6:15 p.m. That must have been when Ota saw me.
And after that?
I asked Mr. Okiura to take me home in his car. I got home at 7 p.m. I was home the rest of the night.
What do you think, Aiba?
I cannot detect any contradictions. However, her story appears almost too organized. Human memory is ambiguous. Her use of exact times leads me to be suspicious.
That's true.
To work at the Sunfish Pocket, right?
I heard you used to work at Sunfish Pocket.
That's right.
How long?
A little over a year.
Working there that long, you're probably pretty familiar with the equipment.
Yeah, I guess.
But the surveillance camera.
What about the surveillance camera? Do you know where those tapes were stored?
What are you trying to say?
Do you know where they're stored? When did you find out Renji was killed?
When did you find out Renju was killed?
This morning, on the news.
And you were with Renju last night? You didn't think to call the police and inform them of this?
Oh, sorry. Is that something you're supposed to do?
Oh, she would fucking know that. She's a true crime aficionado. Oh, some bullshit right there.
I had a podcast to record this morning, so if I went to the police, I'd be late. And that would cause everyone a lot of trouble, you know?
I think they'd understand. The boss just died. What the fuck? Got an alibi?
What were you doing from 7 to 9 last night?
I was at home the whole time.
You're sure?
Yes.
Aiba, thermograph.
There is no noticeable rise in Iris's body temperature.
She's a lizard.
She isn't lying.
Not necessarily. We must consider the possibility that she is a natural liar.
With that kind of confidence, her temperature wouldn't change.
Correct.
Renju's estimated time of death was 8 p.m. last night. If Iris' story is true, she couldn't have done it.
There is another possibility. Even if Iris was at home, she could have killed Renju.
You mean...
Yeah, he wasn't killed in the bar.
I'll ask again. You are sure you were at home around 8 p.m. yesterday?
Yes.
Can I ask your mother about your alibi?
You can, but there'd be no point.
Why is that?
My mom wasn't home. She came back home early this morning.
This morning?
Yeah,
Where was she?
I don't know.
Oh, interesting.
You don't know. Come to think of it, Iris' mom had connections to Renju too.
Hitomi did mention that yesterday.
Renji was my classmate at Eitoku High. We've known each other for 20 years now.
However, we have nothing to link her to the case.
But I am curious. What was Hitomi doing last night?
What was up with that? Oh, get out of here, mouse.
Am I a suspect?
It's not like that.
It's fine, Date. It's true that I met with Mr. Okiura yesterday, but how do I put
You're
this?
a person of interest in this case.
It's impossible that I'm the killer.
Why?
I'm a teenage girl.
Well, I guess that's the crime solved then. Could have been her, because she's a teenage girl. Teenage girls can't kill people. It's been proven. It's been demonstrated multiple times that you can't kill someone if you're a teenage girl. It just doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen. They're just incapable. They're like physically incapable. They're mentally incapable. They just can't do it. They just can't possibly ever do it. No teenage girl has ever killed anybody ever. How long have we been going for today? About 2 hours? I'm just a teenage girl murderer.
Mr. Okiura is a fully grown man.
Oh, she's got a point.
No, she doesn't. You could sneak up on him. You could do anything.
A girl like her could have stabbed, poisoned, or shot him dead, but strangling?
You could set up some elaborate Rube Goldberg strangulation machine. You could have been in the thralls of passion, banging each other. You know, he likes a bit of breath play. Goes a bit too far. Gonna happen. Could happen. It's happened before. Could happen again.
No, it's still possible. You see.
Oh shit. Iris could have killed Renju because...
Renju's estimated TOD
This is
is yesterday,
interesting.
around 8 p.m.
We're getting new things now.
Numerous hemorrhages in the blood vessels of the throat and face indicate strangulation. The weapon used to commit the murder was some kind of twisted cloth. The criminal likely wrapped it around Renju's neck and pulled. Renju then suffocated. The more precise cause of death is cerebral circulation failure due to vessel closure in the neck. In short, Renju was strangled from behind with some kind of cloth or rope. The autopsy determined that Renju vacated his bowels for muscle relaxation upon death. However, no trace of this was found on the corpse or at the scene.
Does that happen does that always happen? Like, do you always shit yourself after you die?
This means that it is highly likely Renju was killed elsewhere and moved to where he was found.
Because I remember that South Park episode where Cartman's like, people shit themselves on death, and I was like, shut up, Cartman, no you don't, no they don't. And then when Chef dies, he like shits his pants everywhere. They're like, oh, I guess you do. He's like, I told you they do. I've not heard of like every single murderer having shat. Every time someone's killed, they shit their pants. I guess it depends if you've got a lot of shit sitting in your pants as well, I suppose. I guess not everybody's murdered with like a fucking full load of shit ready to go. Oh, that fucking South Park episode is so funny. Oh god. They really kill him off in such like a nasty way. Oh man. Doesn't necessarily have to be naked. He could have. They didn't say that he didn't have shit on him. They just said there wasn't shit in the bar. Yeah, no, what it was, I know what the whole South Park thing was, because what happened was the voice actor was a Scientologist, and they did the Scientologist episode, and he bit back at them, and they were like, well, fuck you, we make fun of everything, how is it suddenly not okay to make fun of something just because you like it? And so he quit over the whole thing, it's Isaac, something like that, and so, like, yeah, he got cut out the show, and then at some point they brought him back. And then that whole episode is made up of other lines from other episodes. And they turn him into a fucking pedophile. And then they kill him off by having like a bear and cougar rip his body apart. And then he shits himself at the end. It's fucking like this. It's so fucking nasty. They're just like, yeah, fuck you. If you can't like laugh at yourself, we don't want you on the show. It was very much a personal thing when they did that. Yeah, they made him a part of the Super Adventure Club, which was just like another Scientology thing, but they were just all pedophiles. That was the club. Oh man. Yeah, it was funny. Yeah, before the Scientology thing, he was like he liked how the show had no limits, we could make fun of everyone. The second they made fun of something that he was a part of, he was like, no, that's not fair. Okay. I mean, I think a lot of that was probably also the church putting a lot of pressure on him to like distance himself. Scientology definitely likes to pressure its members. Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah, I do know they said they felt bad after Isaac Hayes died and stuff. But I mean, at the time, they did what they had with what they had. You know, they were mad. Yeah, no, I would not be surprised at all if the church pressured him to reacting that way. They don't like things making fun of them. It's also kind of like weird referring to them as a church. You know. I know legally, technically, they are a church, so they you know, so they can get away with like money and tax shit, but it's still very weird referring to them as a church.
Renju's corpse was discovered at the maid cafe Sunfish Pocket, hanging from a beam on the ceiling by a wire. He was found over the counter. The wire was attached on both ends. One end was attached to a hook that was embedded inside Renju's jaw. The other end was attached to beer kegs found on the floor. The kegs hold approximately 20 liters of liquid. They weigh approximately 55 pounds each.
The fucking lines they had him saying that one. Hello, children. I want to put your salty balls in my mouth, in my rectum. Kyle, put my balls in your rectum, Kyle. What? Fucking the lines they get out of him in that episode. Oh god. Oh yeah, that's the one with the stripper as well. Spontaneous butane. That makes him turn away from the Super Adventure Club. Spontaneous butane. Well, there's a quote of L. Ron Hubbard having said that, like, making up a religion or something like that is, like, the best ways to make money, or something along those lines. I remember I watched a whole documentary about Scientology a while back. I've watched quite a few actually. I find Scientology fascinatingly like just bizarre. I remember watching a whole bunch of documentaries about it a while back, and just like the stuff that comes out, you're like, man, it's so obviously all nonsense, and yet, you know, yeah, they did use stock voice clips. That's what I mean. The stuff they managed to like put together out of the stock voice clips. They had to use stock voice clips, and Isaac Hayes refused to do any chef voice acting after that. It's just really funny, like the fucking lines they managed to merge together. I want to put my balls in your rectum, cow. Such a good line. Balls in your rectum. Renji weighs approximately 160 pounds. How much does she weigh? 160 pounds. How much is that? That's like, what's that? Oh, 72. Fair enough. Fuck, I don't know what I weigh at the moment, actually.
The autopsy discovered a high concentration of benzodiazepine in Renju's body. This drug is commonly used as a sedative.
See, now that's how she could have got away with it.
It is likely that Renju was in a state of compromised consciousness before his death.
Yeah, it's probably that'll be the one.
Sunfish Pocket is located on the second floor.
She could easily choke him out if he's half sedated.
According to the records, from 6:30 p.m. until the body was found, the elevator stopped on the second floor only once, at 8:55 p.m. The total weight detected in the elevator was approximately 310 pounds.
I know this watch. It's Renji's favorite. I found it inside an oil drum at Sunfish Pocket. That means...
The oil drum inside
That
Sunfish
means...
Pocket. The type that has a lid you can open, with about a 200-liter capacity. Empty, it weighs approximately 44 pounds.
There's a lot of very specific weights in this. How much does... Ferris weigh? Oh, it doesn't say how much she weighs.
A heavy concentration of sedatives were discovered in Renju's body. Renji was practically in a coma before he died. He wouldn't have struggled.
So, Iris could have strangled him.
Wait a minute. Even if I was somehow able to kill him, the rest of it is impossible.
The rest of it?
Like hanging up his body?
How do you know that?
What do you mean? It's all over the news.
That's true. Renji weighed about 160 pounds. Even if she used her entire body weight, I don't think she could have hauled him up.
That's what the kegs are for.
Right. It would be hard for her to do it with her strength alone. But with a little ingenuity, it could be done.
Ingenuity?
Christ, you mean to spell it out? Fuck, right. Yeah, okay, we'll go with that one.
It went like this. First, Renji was laid out on the counter. Next, the wire was thrown over the beam and connected to the hook in his jaw. Then all you need to do is put the 3 beer kegs on the counter.
You think a teenage girl could have done that?
I'm sure it was hard. The kegs weighed 55 pounds each. But that's not impossible, even for a teenage girl.
I guess it isn't impossible.
After that, you get on top of the counter, hook the other end of the wires to the kegs, and then... what do you think happens if you kick the kegs off the counter?
The 3 kegs weighed 165 pounds altogether. Renju weighs 5 pounds less. I guess that would make it possible.
But...
But there is one more thing.
What?
Oh yeah, Elroy's been dead a while. Oh.
Considering the state of the crime scene, it's clear Renji was killed elsewhere and brought to where we found him.
Yeah, if you call someone a bad, you just mean they're a dick, basically.
If Iris is the culprit, how did she move the body?
Hey!
I know. You're going to say you couldn't have moved a 160-pound body.
Unfortunately for her, she could have.
How?
Guess we could go with the elevator. We'll say elevator. Maybe. No, Cat said no. Got something to do with it, but I need more support to my theory. That and the elevator? No, okay. Okay, we'll just put those two together. Just don't let you get the wrong thing, does it?
You have to prove that Iris could have moved Renji. That is your current. This will not help you.
I know that. I'm just clicking things because I don't want to. I thought the elevator record would have helped me do that. Oh, because the watch in the barrel. Yeah. That makes more sense.
Do you know what this is?
Sup, old Minecraft viewer. Have a look, please. No ban. What? What am I looking at here? How does that look like a bum? Doesn't look like a bum at all. Are you seeing it the same way I'm seeing it? Because, like, maybe the way mine's laid out, it just looks like a bunch of random dots to me. That doesn't look like anything. Yeah, it doesn't look like that at all to me. It just looks like an absolute garbled mess to me.
It's Renju's favorite watch. This was discovered inside an empty oil drum at Sunfish Pocket.
Hey, Date, I know you're on a roll right now, but could you please report things like that according to protocol?
Yeah, probably should.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that it wouldn't be so hard to move a body if it were in a cylinder. You would just have to roll it.
So you're saying Renju's body was moved inside the drum, which is how the watch came off. But the suspect didn't notice it.
I'm not saying anything for sure. Just pointing out that it's possible.
I didn't do it! You don't even have any witnesses! If I were rolling an oil drum in the middle of the street, people would have noticed.
You could have put it in a car and driven it.
I don't have a license!
Doesn't mean you can't drive. Even an AI can drive nowadays.
Are you mocking me?
Don't make sudden outbursts like that.
You insulted me.
Just be quiet.
He's making a point. He's making a point!
Who are you talking to?
Oh, the mouse is back again. Get out of here, dude.
Anyway, Iris, you weigh about 105 pounds, right?
105 pounds.
Where is this coming from?
If only you weighed more. Or less.
That is none of your business.
No, I mean that your weight is relevant to the case. If the oil drum was used to transport the corpse, then the possibility of the suspect being around 105 pounds is extremely likely.
Why do you say that?
Well, if Renju is 160, the elevator was around 310, and the oil drum was about 44 pounds. And she's 105 and he's 160. That makes it. One of my phones about like 309.
Iris, on which floor is Sunfish Pocket located?
On the second floor?
That's right. So, I checked the elevator records. Before the corpse was discovered, the elevator only stopped at the second floor once. At 8:55 p.m. And we discovered that the total cargo weight on the elevator was about 310 pounds. Renju weighed 160.
Bye, ravioli.
The oil drum weighs 44. Together, that's about 205. Subtracting that from 310.
This doesn't look good.
Why are you?
Why this good night
Now, this obviously
stories
doesn't
with
prove
Milby.
you're the murderer.
Mill love.
Tarok, thank you 38 months.
A lot of people weigh 105 pounds. Or someone could have put 105 extra pounds in the elevator, sent it up, and taken the stairs
105 pounds is very light. Very light.
to throw us off the trail. However,
Date, stop. Iris is acting strange. Don't turn around.
why not?
Just stay put. Keep your eyes on the wall. There are several cameras in this room. 2 surveillance cameras installed at the corners of the ceiling, and 1 camera on a tripod. I hacked each to gain access to their recordings. Look at this.
Butt pag?
She's fidgeting around. Is she doing something under the desk?
That's what it looks like, but we need to confirm something before we confront her. We need to know that she's in fact doing something under the desk.
Without turning around?
Yes.
How would I do that?
Pop your eye out. The mirror. What's she doing in the what's she doing in the mirror?
Iris, what are you thinking?
Didn't you take the phone off? Why would you take
What
a
is
phone
that
off?
thing?
Why would you not take the phone off of her?
Hey, answer me, Iris.
She's definitely hiding something, Date. Sync with her.
It's time to just proper fucking break into your mind.
Iris is experiencing REM sleep. Medication is working perfectly.
Man,
How about it, Date? Think you can
it's
do it?
a little intrusive that you
problem.
can just do
Get it
this now,
started.
apparently.
The time limit is 6 minutes. So before time is up,
I know.
then let's begin.